think we're live. Live on YouTube. Are we live on YouTube, everybody?
Are we live? Are we live? Are we live? Hey guys, it is Danny Spees, Clean and Delicious, and today I have a very special guest with me. I have my daughter, Katie.
Hey guys!
Who's on spring break. And so we decided that we were going to share with you guys Katie's favorite breakfast smoothie, which she has named the
Fruity Tooty.
The Fruity Tooty Breakfast Smoothie, right? So as you guys tune in, do me a favor, come down, say hello, let me know who's watching and where you're watching from. And just a couple of things. We are playing with a new microphone system today, so that's what's...
Yeah, everyone on YouTube watching live, how's it sound?
Yeah, let us know if it's helping at all. We're trying to improve our sound for you guys. So let us know if it sounds any better. Now, the irony of the smoothie that I'm going to be showing you today is that this is Katie's experiment, literally, because she loves trying new recipes in the kitchen, and smoothies are something that are very doable for her. But the funny thing that I found is that her recipe kind of followed my smoothie making formula. And I don't know if that's because you've watched me do it. Did you know that was the case? No. Right? So this is a printout that you guys can get on my website. If you go to cleananddelicious.com and you enter your email, you get a free download, and it's this basic formula. And why I wanted to make this for you guys was so that you don't feel like you always need a recipe, and you can be like Katie and just go in the kitchen and make any kind of smoothie that tastes delicious at any time. You okay?
Yeah.
Okay. So basically, what's going to go into our smoothie, like, well, let me tell them, yeah, I'm trying to tell them one thing and then you're going to go, okay?
Did she say one thing? We have Gwenny is saying hi. So
Gwenny has been, this is the little 7-year-old girl who's always watching and looking for you. Can you say hi to her?
Hi.
Do you remember her from last time? I don't know. Mm-hmm. The very first time we went live and we made apple muffins, right? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So the base of the smoothie formula is 1 to 1.5 cups of liquid, some type of thickener, and I love frozen bananas as a thickener or frozen mango, but Katie likes both in her smoothies. So she does a little banana and a little mango. Then we do raspberries and some type of green. We're doing baby spinach today. And then a half a scoop to a full scoop of protein powder. And you don't have to do protein powder, but we really like the flavor and the texture that it adds to the smoothies. Plus, I find the protein keeps me full a little bit longer. Do you notice a difference when you have protein in your smoothies, or do you just like the flavor?
I just like the flavor.
She just likes the flavor. Okay, so to get started, we like to put the greens on the bottom so they get nice and blended, right?
Mm-hmm. Make sure they don't spill out.
Make sure they don't spill out, and remind them, what are you putting in the blender right now? That was baby
kale.
Baby spinach, right?
Baby spinach. Right.
Looks a lot like baby kale. Then you're going to do almost all of it, but not the whole thing. Maybe about half of that, okay?
So like up in there.
Yeah, because it's always better to do a little less, keep it nice and thick and creamy, and then we can add more later if we need it. Just trust your instincts. You know how to do it.
It's a big jar.
That's good.
Okay, perfect. Okay, then next we're going to do our thickeners. And like I said before, bananas and mangoes, if you use frozen fruit, it's a great way to keep your smoothie nice and cold, but also nice and creamy and full of flavor without it being watered down. So what are you putting in now?
Right now I'm putting in the banana.
Right? So that's a frozen banana that we cut into coins because it's easier to blend that way. Is it freezing your fingers? Let me help you. There we go.
No, I like the name you call them, coins.
Oh, coins. We sliced them into coins.
That's a better angle, guys.
And then what do we have?
Some mango.
Is it frozen or is it fresh?
Frozen.
Frozen in the jar.
Okay. Frozen mango. And then you could do any berry here, but Katie really likes raspberries. So that's a half a cup of frozen raspberries. And this is also a great smoothie for the summer because it's very bright and fresh and refreshing. And if we get it the way we like it, which is nice and thick and creamy, you could also make a smoothie bowl with it or have it like banana ice cream.
Yeah, or you can like put it in like one of those ice pop holders and
that's a great tip, Katie.
Use it as an ice pop.
That's a great tip. And we do that a lot. We will make smoothies and turn them into ice pops. Or if we make smoothies in the morning that don't get finished, we will pour them into ice pop molds as a treat, especially when the warm weather comes, right?
Yes.
Okay, now we're doing,
some vanilla powder.
Yep, this is a protein powder.
Can you tell them what kind of powder you like?
Yes, go ahead and put that in. So from a flavor perspective, guys, I am a big fan of whey protein. I like this. There's a few brands I like, but the one that I have right now that I really like is called J-Rob. It's a whey protein. There's no hormones. There's no added you know, additives, and the ingredient list is very short. It's whey protein, xanthan gum, stevia. It's a very short ingredient list. So I like this, and I like the flavor of whey protein a lot. I also alternate plant-based proteins, and when it comes to plant-based proteins, we like the Vega protein powder. The one thing that I have found is plant-based proteins are a little more powdery than whey proteins. The whey protein gets very creamy, which makes sense because it's dairy. So that's just something to keep in mind when you're experimenting. But I do try to alternate back and forth just to keep a little balance in the house. Okay, now just from an eyeball perspective, I think we need a little more liquid. Do you?
Yeah.
All right, so go ahead and give it a little bit more, maybe half of what's in that jar. And then we'll start to blend it up and see how it goes.
Should I do all of it?
Do half of that and then see what you
Do you
think.
think it's better with almond milk or water? Does it matter?
Water.
Well, so this is Katie's, and she loves it with water. But guys, you could do almond milk, you could do dairy milk, you could do soy milk, you could do coconut milk. Really, any liquid you like would work. So I will say the almond milk and the water, I don't find there to be a big difference because almond milk is so thin, unless you're making your own almond milk. Then it does tend to be a bit creamier. Okay, so we are gonna get this on here. Don't touch any buttons because you know what? I gotta grab the lid. Let me get the lid from down here. Jump down real quick. Boop.
Let's say hi to some people. We got
Sorry, I forgot the lid, guys. Can you say hi, Kay?
Hey guys.
Katie, can you say hi to Misty?
Wait, what?
Can you say hi, Misty?
Misty.
Hi, Misty.
Sandra from Atlanta.
Go ahead up. Go ahead.
Hi.
Julia from North Carolina.
Hi, guys.
Hello.
We have Edmonton, Canada. I don't want to get your name like
Amazing.
Hi.
Thank you guys so much for joining us today on our spring break.
Really
California, Rhode Island, Montreal, Quebec, everywhere.
Thanks.
Hi guys.
Thank you for joining us. We're going to blend this up and we'll show you what it looks like.
You know, I was like,
Can you reach it? Don't push too hard. I don't want you to fall. The color is gorgeous. We like it really thick and creamy,
Just like ice cream.
just like ice cream. So you could add a little more water to this and thin it out, but we like this way, so we're gonna let it go. Let's get a spoon. Shut it off. I'm gonna give it a little stir. So
I want to do it.
you want to do it? Okay, go ahead. Give it a little stir, but I think we should give it one more quick blend before we pour it out. Okay? You can even give it a test at this point, I think. What do you think?
Amazing.
Can you describe the flavor at all?
We use a lot of raspberry because I can mostly taste raspberry.
Oh, really? Okay, it was a half a cup of raspberries. All right, one more blend, guys, and
The
we're
best
gonna.
thing about it is it doesn't taste like kale. So kids who hate vegetables, don't worry.
Great tip. So when you only put a cup of, we have baby spinach, or you could do baby kale, into a fruit smoothie like this, you do not taste it. So like 7-year-old Katie is telling you, if you have kids that don't like the greens, or adults, if you don't like the greens, you don't have to worry about it. Okay, one more blend, and we're gonna pour her up. Yum. All right, guys, now let's show them the texture before we pour.
Can I tell?
Yeah, well, it's very thick, so it's not really pourable. We're gonna show them the texture. Can you see this? You see how it literally looks like ice cream, guys? Go ahead, sweetie, start pouring.
I want to pour it really well.
I know, we're gonna work as a team. Oh, it's almost like a sherbety ice cream. Okay, over to the other cup. One for you and one for me.
yeah, Marie, the blender's a Vitamix.
Yes, this is the Vitamix 5200, guys. And I'll tell you what's great about it is for the greens in there, it really does obliviate them. Obliviate them, is that the word? Obliterate them, so you don't even see it. Okay, let's give it a test. You want a spoon or a straw? If you guys like smoothie bowls, this would be a great formula for a smoothie bowl too because it's so thick.
Good.
Oh, that is so good. It does taste a lot like raspberry, but it's creamy. That's from the protein powder. And you don't taste the kale or the spinach at all. So that is our very simple Fruity Tooty breakfast
Smoothie. Or
smoothie. I hope that you guys enjoyed this recipe. For those of you who saw my post yesterday, I had to reroute it a little because Katie wanted to join me live. So we went ahead and made this smoothie. So I hope you guys get to give it a try. If you want the basic smoothie making formula, it's great to hang on your refrigerator. This is a free PDF that you can download right off of my website. Okay, and then you can make pretty much any flavor you want just by following these basics.
And guys, since we have a little bit of an extra type of show with Katie today, Danny will say hi to you in the comments after we finish.
Yes, but thank you guys so much for joining me. I love having you here, and I'll see you back here next week with some more clean and
deliciousness.
Cheers!